Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, starts with a weather impact alert.
6 o'clock on this Wednesday. Thank you for waking up with us here on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Symphony Privet.
And I'm Tim Lammers. The coldest air of the season is upon us this morning. Right now, temperatures below zero in some parts of Connecticut. So let's get right over to meteorologist Matt Scott. Good morning.
Good morning to you. I think this is absolutely the lowest of the low that we'll be experiencing. That said, the dangerous cold continues, and even if it just improves by a couple of degrees, it's not going to make it any better. Bitter cold remains as we top out later on at 20 degrees, but sub-zero temperatures now. And the coldest air will be now into Thursday morning as we go into a slow emphasis on the word slow rebound. Live look at Hartford. There's quiet skies, clear skies, and that allowed yesterday's cold temperatures to just evaporate quickly overnight. A very light wind remains out of the north, down to the south, a little more in the way of cloud coverage, and a few miles even farther out than that, there was some snow. Not for us. It was close, just not close enough. Numbers. Yikes. Zero right now in Hartford, Waterbury. We've got minus readings up in the quiet corner. Look at New Milford at -6. Look at Torrington at -8. These are actual temperatures. Thankfully, most of your winds are calm, but your real feel goes down to 17 below right now in Torrington, 9 below in Putnam, 10 below right now in Waterbury. So yeah, we are talking dangerous numbers out there. We are talking dangerous conditions. So cover up, get the kids bundled up, and if you're spending any extended time outside all day, dress for at best a dozen. Your school bus forecast again, -4 now, 20 later on. Some of the coldest air we've experienced in a long time around here is waiting for you outside. What else is outside on the roads waiting for you? Rachel Piscatelli with the answers at 6:02. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Matt. Watch those first steps out the door this morning, your back decks, your porches, things like that too, and those side roads as well. Anything that was slippery yesterday will be slippery today. Hopefully some folks throw some salt down as well. 91, 84, and 95 are looking good this morning. We don't have many areas of road work. Southeastern Connecticut on 95 over in Groton reporting that this morning, but otherwise we'll check in with New Meriden this morning on 91. Both directions are running smoothly on 84 east and westbound over in the capital city, as well as 91 out by exits 28 and 27. That looks good this morning. So Windsor to the 84 interchange is 3 minutes. New Britain Ave to the Hartford Tunnel is 5. Route 2 Glastonbury to the Founders Bridge is a nice 6-minute drive. Tim and Symphony.
Alrighty, thanks, Rachel. It is another day of extremely cold temps, like Matt just said, the coldest of the year so far. Now, we've been making sure you stay safe, but this morning we are reminding homeowners to make sure their property stays safe.
Yeah, firefighters, believe it or not, are investigating a fire that could have happened from somebody trying to de-ice parts of their home. Let's go over to Fox 61's Lindsay Kane. She's here with us in studio with more. What happened here, Lindsay?
Hi, good morning. Well, of course, it's painful to be outside this morning with the freezing single-digit temperatures. And while many people may turn the heat lower when they leave for work, there are important tips you should remember to keep your home and your pipes safe. Now, the City of Hartford's Department of Development Services is issuing steps for homeowners to make sure they prevent infrastructure-related damage or frozen plumbing. The city encourages you to make sure there are no cracks in any windows or any air holes. Open cabinet doors to allow for airflow to pipes like under the kitchen sink or the bathroom, for example. You also want to make sure your home has a temperature of at least 55 degrees. Now, the state's website says during cold stretches like this, it's also important to keep all of your pets indoors. Never use your oven to heat your home, and avoid placing electric space heaters near curtains, rugs, or other flammable materials, and do not sleep with them running either. As Tim and Symphony mentioned, the West Hartford Fire Department is investigating a fire yesterday on Newington Road that started near the gutter. Now, luckily, everyone made it out safely, but firefighters believe it may have been caused by de-icing efforts. They say an open flame was used near the gutter, possibly to remove snow from the roof. Now, officials want to remind homeowners if you need to remove snow from the roof, hire a professional to avoid any further damage or injuries. Tim and Symphony, will send things back over to you.
Good ideas, Lindsay. Thank you. We appreciate it. And considering how low these temperatures are, the need for warming centers is about as great as it's going to get.
Yeah, Fox 61's Kayla Cade got the chance to check out one of the warming centers here in Hartford and how it's helped people stay safe.
The warming center at Hartford's South Park Inn has been operating and helping those in need during the winter time for the past 3 years. But since it opened on December 1st, they're seeing a record number of people seeking shelter. More than 350 people have come here to get warmed up, shower, or sleep.
Thank you. Thank you.
Meet Florence Tynes.
You probably do, but I don't remember.
Every night, she sleeps inside an abandoned school gym that was turned into a warming center on Washington Street in Hartford.
We're just staying warm and staying out the cold and, you know, relaxing, getting our mind to find out where we go from the next level from here. We get up, we eat, we watch TV, you know, shower, play games on our phone and so on and so forth. But it's nice and it's peaceful and it's warm. And I'm forever grateful for that.
The warming center is run by an emergency shelter known as South Park Inn.
We provide different services to the homeless population in order to stabilize them with housing.
It's a way for individuals like Tynes to get access to a permanent shelter, according to Deputy Director Kelly Gonzalez.
I'm really passionate about the work we do, and the changes that I hope are for our people.
Tynes have been homeless off and on for 3 years, drinking, using drugs, going to jail, and coming home to a different living situation steered her life onto a different path.
I was never like put out, you know, nothing like that. But there was just bad choices that I made in my life, but I choose to make better choices today.
Tynes is one of many who came through the center's doors since they opened in December. If the staff can't accommodate them at this location, they will connect in with their community partners.
We connect with the drop-in center in East Hartford. We connect with the shelter in Vernon, Cornerstone, to ensure that all spaces are filled with anyone that comes in through our door.
I've been to some places where they have real bad attitudes, but this place is really, really nice, and I'm forever grateful for it.
Since Governor Ned Lamont activated the state's severe cold weather protocol Sunday night, South Park Inn's warming center is open 24/7 until Friday afternoon. After that, they will then go back to their regular hours from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. every day. For more information, visit FOX61.com. In Hartford, Kayla Cade, Fox 61.
Ayla, thank you. Right now at 6, New Haven police said a killer is still on the run right now after shooting a delivery driver to death on Sunday. Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc has the latest on the investigation.
At this point in the investigation, police believe this may have been a robbery gone wrong. And it all played out, they say, as the victim was just trying to do his job.
I was just like surprised, and just to hear that somebody's trying to make a living, it's sad to take somebody's life.
New Haven neighbors are shaken up after learning what happened near the corner of Shepherd and Goodrich Streets over the weekend. A place this woman, who wanted to remain anonymous, grew up in.
That's a sad situation. These kids can't even go to the store by themselves. They have to be accompanied by an adult. And, you know, it's sad because you can be someone walking and you could be in a crossfire.
Police say just before 4 p.m. on Sunday, 26-year-old Ravitaja Koyata from Hamden was making a delivery for a nearby Chinese restaurant he worked for. When he got out of the car, things went south.
He was outside of the car, and it appears when he was shot. Then the suspect then took the vehicle, and we did recover that car a short time later nearby.
Now, Officer Christian Bruckhardt and his team are on the hunt to find the person or people behind the wheel. At this point, they don't believe Koyata, who came to Connecticut from India, knew them.
It appears that it was a robbery gone bad, and unfortunately the victim was shot and killed.
Koyata's death marks the city's first homicide of the year, one detectives are determined to solve.
Most of the violence that we have is targeted. You know, we thankfully don't have, sort of as much random violence as maybe other municipalities have. But, this is just a terrible thing, and we're going to solve it.
All his neighbors are keeping Koyata and his family in their hearts.
Yes, most definitely. Any family when it comes to violence and stuff like that, or fires or anything, you always think of the family.
Now, police are asking anyone with any information on this case or others to please reach out. You can do so anonymously. We are in New Haven. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61.
6:09 now. Firefighters want to remind everyone to make sure your smoke detectors work. It comes after 2 recent deadly fires in Branford. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson shares the latest in both investigations.
A Branford mobile home community is reeling with the loss of their neighbor after he died in a structure fire inside his home. And oddly enough, this is the second deadly structure fire to happen in this mobile home community in less than a month. There was a somber mood in this Branford mobile home community after they tragically lost yet another neighbor. Monday afternoon, Branford Fire Department received a call about a fire in the neighborhood. They found 61-year-old Richard Levchek in his home, but he did not survive. It's similar to another fire that happened the day after Christmas, only a several hundred feet away in the same community. Despite being eerily similar and so close together, Dobozinski confirms that the 2 fires aren't related, but there was one consistency across both situations.
Unfortunately, in both of these incidents, we did not have working smoke alarms. We go out and actively inspect multifamily homes per the state statute, but single-family homes, though it's a requirement, we don't inspect those unless there was a complaint. We are working with the Red Cross right now to do type of initiative to get out and promote smoke alarms. We want to push that having a working smoke alarm is important.
Now, while neighbors are still trying to come to terms with what took place in their own community, I did speak with one woman who said, "He wasn't just my neighbor, he was my friend. I'm so very sad by what happened." In Branford, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.